Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is May 28th, 2025, and we are looking at Proverbs chapter 28. Proverbs 28, verse 18. The one who lives with integrity will be helped. The one who distorts right and wrong will suddenly fall. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Shane. Good morning to the rest of you that are looking, watching, hearing this devotional this morning. So Proverbs 28:18, the one who lives with integrity will be helped. The one who walks a crooked road or distorts right and wrong will suddenly fall. You know, it's interesting. We read things like that, and sometimes we can fall off into, yeah, that doesn't really happen. But the reality is, you and I know from personal experience, when we walk that crooked road, when we distort right and wrong, and distort right and wrong is as simple as just perverting something just a little bit, knowing what is right, and then saying, yeah, it doesn't really matter that much in this area. So let's just say that, you know, speeding is wrong, but as long as I'm less than 7 miles an hour over the speed limit, I'm okay. In reality, that is distorting right and wrong, right? It really is. Now, I know I'm poking at the bear, and quite honestly, that bear is me, because, you know, I know that I can get away with driving a little bit faster because they don't look at it. There is a margin of error, as it were. But the reality is, when I'm driving 7 miles, 6 miles an hour over the speed limit, there is a chance that my opportunity to stop in an environment that could be dangerous, a deer coming out, a road obstruction, the few years back I was doing, a few years, it was just last year, I was driving down the road at night. I was doing about 5 miles an hour over the speed limit. Not even. About 4 miles an hour over the speed limit. And I was coming up on traffic, so I moved over in the left-hand lane, and I'm driving, passing them. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not being reckless about it. And the next thing I know, there's a dead deer in the middle of my lane. And there is no avoiding it, because I got traffic on one side and a ditch on the other. And suddenly, I hit the deer. There was no avoiding it. I did have some favor with God in that environment, and I also am blessed with some skills in driving, and so I was able to get the front end of the car to come up and went over the top of the deer. I didn't really do any major damage to the car, which was a huge blessing, but I suddenly had an experience that was not right, and it was messy, and it could have been way worse. I got blessing. But the reality is, if I would have been driving at the speed limit, I would have been in the other lane. I wouldn't have even had to deal with that. The one who lives with integrity will be helped. The one who distorts right and wrong, or another way to say that is the one who walks on the crooked road, will suddenly fall. You and I all have experienced those occasions where we've suddenly fell and wondered, why would that happen to us? And maybe not even in the moment we weren't doing anything really horrible, but we've been distorting right and wrong, just twisting it a little bit for some time now. It doesn't happen every time, but it will happen. So the reality is, God is never wrong. Solomon's words are true today. The one who lives with integrity will be helped. But someone who distorts right and wrong will suddenly fall. Something to think about as you go into your day today. The driving example was just an example. It's not the only thing you need to look at in your life. In every area of our lives, we can distort things, can't we? Something I need to work on as well. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.